All right, you guys. I don't know anything about David Bowie. So today it begins, I guess, huh? Space Oddity? Here we go.
Ground control to Major Tom.
What is going down, world? Welcome to the 40-year-old FUQ Boys podcast. I go by the name Black Pegasus, and today we're back at it, man. For me, you know what it is. I'm a hip-hop kid, rap dude. Been rapping, most of my life now. It's crazy to think that. 43, man, years old, and dude, I just missed out on a lot of rock and country and a bunch of other stuff. And, you know, I like to check out a bunch of stuff on the channel. We just check out hip-hop here. But I've been on this classic rock vibe, I guess you could say, or like icons, where I didn't know. I heard Walk the Line of Johnny Cash, and that was it. I think Ring of Fire. And now I'm opening up his catalog in front of you guys, doing these reactions, and I'm just in awe. Well, a name that popped up today on this snowy day in Colorado, David Bowie. And I was like, yo, man, that name, it's like, to me, when I hear that name, it's like Billy Idol. It's like a huge name that I've heard. I don't know if I know any music from this brother, let alone I've never seen a music video. So today is a first-time reaction and a blind reaction to David Bowie. And this is a song, Space Oddity. So let's get this one started. Bodie!
40-year-old fuck boys are back in town. 40. The boys are back in town. 40-year-old fuck boys are back in town. The boys are back in town. 40-year-old FUQ Boys podcast. Malt liquor for your ears. 40.
All right, you guys, let me get this logo down and pull the video up. Don't forget to support the original content on the channel. Been dropping some new stuff here and there, just having fun with it. Like, I really enjoy producing music videos, parodies, been doing some vlogs and stuff like that. But when you guys support the original stuff, it allows me to make more. And I would like to be doing more original stuff on the channel to add to like the reactions and other stuff we've been doing here. So, all right, you guys, I don't know what to expect from this. It's called Space Oddity. So I'm just going to let it run. It's starting off kind of like, like on some like Knight Rider voice compute, like, that squiggly line. It looks like a voice or a message is being sent on some space type stuff. But I don't know what to expect from David Bowie. I know nothing really of his catalog. You guys tap in. If there's this huge song, they're like, no, you've heard David Bowie. He did this, or that. Every now and then there's things where I'm like, oh, yeah. But from my recollection and knowledge, I know nothing. So let's get into this. This is David Bowie, Space Oddity. Actually, let me put this up. I almost forgot because sometimes I've had issues with some of these old school, like classic style videos. So just want to make sure we're good so I can release this. Yeah, there's that line that's kind of like, I don't know, like a wavelength or something. Okay, it's getting louder. It's like building. He has an interesting. Sorry, I want to hear everything, but he has a really interesting appearance. I don't want to cut off his singing, so that's my bad. I want to listen.
Ground control to Major Tom. Ground control to Major Tom. Take your protein pills and put your helmet on. 10. Ground control 9, to Major Tom. 8, 7, 6. Commencing countdown, engines on. 3, 2. Check ignition and may God's love be with you. to know whose shirt you wear. Now it's time to leave the capsule if you dare. This is Major Tom to ground control. I'm stepping through the door, and I'm floating in a most peculiar way. And the stars look very different today. For here am I sitting in a tin can, far above the world. Planet Earth is blue, and there's nothing I can do.
Yo, this is incredible. I mean, definitely ahead of its time, I would say. I mean, I didn't know what to expect, I guess. But it's Space Oddity. I mean, I don't know if there's a book or movie or cartoon or anything called Space Oddity, but I'm saying this is a story about Major Tom and ground control, having dialogue as Major Tom goes into space and starts talking about his exploration. He's like, I'm in this tin can. I open the door. I'm floating peculiarly, I think he said. Protein pills. That was kind of wild. He's like, take your protein pills. Bro, this is just like a whole story unfolding. And I'm like one of these people, I do enjoy Star Trek, Star Wars, stuff like that before they go, in a different direction these days. But the classics I really enjoy. And I just feel like he's telling a complete story so far. I wonder where it's going to go and how it's going to end. I didn't expect this. And what's wild is this was the most popular video on his channel. That's why I picked it. Because a lot of times when I'm getting doing a first reaction, I'll just pick the most popular thing because I don't know anything. And so I'm just like, yo, if this is his most popular song on YouTube, let me watch this and try to kind of uncover why. But you fast forward to right now in 2024, and my man's singing about this, right? And this is probably a time where, I forget, I'd have to look it up. I apologize. I don't know when we landed on the moon, to be honest. And there's a lot of skepticism about that landing, but neither here nor there. There was a lot of excitement about going into outer space, landing on the moon, and these things happening. Now you fast forward to 2024, and you have people like Elon launching, all these rockets into space and their satellites, and, they're trying to make this trip to Mars happen. So it's really cool just to see how long we've been, curious about space and traveling in space as humans. And I don't know. I'm really enjoying this. It's almost like a folk song. That's what, I don't know what he does, if he's like a rocker or whatever. This reminds me of a folk song, except we're sitting around the campfire and he's telling me a story about going to space with Major Tom and ground control. And I'm really enjoying it. It's dope. no. It's a cliffhanger. Is Space Oddity a movie? It probably is. It probably is. What is this? Hold on. Because it kind of was a cliffhanger. Oh, there's another music video to this? Well, this is the biggest one on his channel, so I checked it out. But because he was like, they're like, yo, Major Tom, something's going on. Like, hey. And it's just like, it just leaves you hanging like, yo, what's cracking, Major Tom? And for y'all that have seen Space Oddity, and this is the thing, I don't know. It sounds, I feel like there's a book or a movie called Space Oddity, but I could be wrong. I have no clue. I've never seen it, but I just sounds massively familiar. You guys tap it in the comments, let me know. And from that video, how many people were influenced by David Bowie? Because seeing how he was dressed, he had like the platforms on, and I thought it was interesting. It made me think like someone like Prince might have been influenced by the style of David Bowie, and just seeing, just because he just looked different from that was the first thing that caught my eye. I was like, oh, his hair looked red, it's all spiky, but then he had like this tight metallic shirt, tight pants, and that's actually how a lot of the rappers, like it's interesting, the gangster rappers of today in 2024 dress. Right, in my era in the 90s, it was baggy clothes, jerseys. Now the gangster rappers dress like David Bowie, which is kind of peculiar in itself now that I think about it. But I'm over here watching this. I'm like, how many people did he influence? Because just from that little moment of seeing his swag, I was like, oh, this dude must have been a character. And I enjoyed that. That was like it played well. Even some of the sounds, the space sounds, and he's telling the story. Like, that was cool, man. Like, I was with Major Tom. I'm like, yo, Major Tom, you cool? Bro, where you at, bro? Come back. You going to be able to come back and land, homie? Dang. Anyways, let me know what I got. What I missed is Space Oddity an actual movie or a book? What's the premise? Why did David Bowie make this song? What did it mean to the people? And what's his most popular song? What's his biggest song? Which song reached you the most? And just help a brother out at least, man. Because if you guys show up for this one, I'll check more David Bowie out on the channel. Anyways, like, share, comment, subscribe. Bodie!
Thank you for being some man. 40 years down the road, back again. FUQ boys. 40.